Hi, and welcome back to the Gaily Digest. I am Nigel.
And I'm Joshua. That really made me laugh the way you did that.
I know I could see your reaction, and that's why I just started giggling there. Um, what a way to start the show. Oh dear, how are you, Josh?
I am great. I'm enjoying this warm weather.
I can tell you're topless.
And I am not. I am in a lovely vest. I'm concealing my modesty.
What you've got left of it. Anyway, the looks I'm getting, the absolute looks. So we have got another pack show for you this week. We are going to be bringing you our usual news. We're going to be talking about a really random topic in conversation. And Josh is going to be his usual moany old bitchy self and in the complaints closet. So without further ado, let's crack on with the show. Let's begin with the news. Josh, what news have you got for us this week?
I didn't know I was going to be first. I wasn't prepared for this.
I love putting you on the spot. I absolutely love putting you on the spot because it's fun to see your reaction.
Wow. Let me just pull up my notes.
Is that all you're pulling up?
No comment. Unfortunately, I'm going to say the words in everybody's ears. Kim Davis. Have you heard of Kim Davis?
Is this the one that's calling for same-sex marriage to be abolished?
Yes, she's the one who looks like she smells like an old garden shed.
You know?
But yeah. But back in, God, how long ago now? 10 years ago? So she's still knocking around. 10 years ago, she refused to provide marriage licenses to same-sex couples when it was brought into law in America.
Hmm.
And she has lost all the court cases, things. She's been kind of lingering around since then. And she's now appeared again, like this curse that you can't get rid of. And she's now applied to the Supreme Court because she wants to effectively annul every single same-sex marriage that's happened since they were born into law.
Hmm.
And people, mostly the religious folk, are all praising this and cheering it on. But what people don't realize is it's not just the marriage part they're going to get rid of. If they got rid of that, same-sex couples that are married would lose bereavement benefits. They would lose like insurances, um, next of kin, because a lot of these families take over when their kids get ill because the partners don't have any say in it, especially if they're religious parents who don't agree with their lifestyle. They would have no say on that. So it's wiping out an entire mass of rights
Hmm.
that people have had for the last decade purely because she's religious and she doesn't like it. And if you want to be religious, that's fine. You do your thing over there away from me. But if you have a right to believe that and live your life religious, you do not have the right to then come over to us and tell us what we have to do and what we can't do because of your beliefs.
I think it raises a
And
valid point, doesn't it, about
yeah,
how, you know, we've previously talked about protected characteristics under the Equality Act. And it makes the valid it is there's an important point there that no protected characteristic should be able to trump another, um, because that's what their protected characteristic is. Like you say, I mean, everyone has a right. Everyone has a right to follow their own religion, to believe in what they want to believe in, but that shouldn't be an excuse or a justification to hinder the rights of other people that fall under another bracket of a protected characteristic. Would
exactly.
that be fair to say?
I'm just sick of it being used for an excuse to attack people and strip people of their rights. You have it with, oh, no, I just got someone at his front door. What about your back door?
Oi.
But but yeah, I just think that I'm just sick of religion being a part of laws and lawmaking. It has just infested it, and it shouldn't ever. influence how laws are made and how laws are changed. Because I do often think how much more advanced we would be if we never had religion getting involved in the laws that we make and the governments, because it does hold us back. It keeps us locked into this olden day point of view. And it's the same with like women's rights with abortion and healthcare. It affects that as well. And it's always because of religious people. They're always the ones trying to push people down and take away their rights and force them to believe what they believe. But apparently we're the ones pushing it on them when we're not.
But I think, like I say, it's that whole going back to what I just said. No element of any protected characteristic should hinder the rights of others that have protected characteristics. Yes, people should have the right to believe in what they want to believe with, follow what religion they feel best suits them, what their beliefs are. And likewise, people following certain beliefs shouldn't be hindering on people's rights in the LGBT community, much like us in the LGBT community shouldn't be hindering on their rights to believe in whatever religion they follow, what they believe. There should be that mutual respect from both sides going forward for that.
What do you want to discuss now we've talked about this horrible, horrible lady?
Just that we're clear, is this the news or the complaints closet?
I like to do a hybrid of things because I'm only allowed to do one complaint each episode, so I like to dabble in it a bit in here.
Yeah, but if you did more than one complaint each episode, then the episodes would be about 3 or 4 hours long.
I feel like we did originally do more than one complaint in the episodes, and in the end, you told me I could only do one because I was being too long. But anyway, what do you want to talk about?
Have you heard about or have you heard of GSV?
No. What is it? Sounds like a drug.
No, GSV is not a drug. It's what is known as gay sign variant.
Okay.
So gay sign variant is an alternative. It's an alternative form of sign language. So it's a flamboyant version of British Sign Language developed by the deaf LGBT community. And there are deaf drag queens that are currently in the process of trying to keep gay sign language going strong. There's a drag queen called Mary, a deaf drag queen called Mary, who is, I believe, 64 years old, ready to hang up her heels. But she's currently training a successor, 18-year-old Danielle, and they have a show, Deafy Drag Queens, Glitter, Gags, and GSV. It's one of the 70 shows at this year's Edinburgh Deaf Festival, which got underway at the weekend, just gone. Now, I'd never heard of GSV before, and it's something new to me, and I think that's something really good. I think it's something really positive. It's quite unique, and Danielle, who's going to be taking over, has actually been inspired by a famous American drag queen. Can you guess who?
You're putting me on the spot again, aren't you?
I love putting you on the spot. It's fun.
Do you know how many drag queens there are in America, Nigel? And
Yes.
you want me to guess?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Jinx Monsoon.
I love
Yeah, Jinx Monsoon. I should have said who won the 5th season of the show, because then you'd have probably got it.
See, look at this. You've set me up to fail.
But yeah, the GSV is gay sign variant. It's a flamboyant version of British Sign Language, which was developed by the LGBT community. Mary first learned it when she moved from Ireland in the 1980s and joined the London-based Brothers and Sisters Club. The language allowed deaf gay people to communicate discreetly during the AIDS epidemic. It became even more important in the midst of stigma and misinformation. Mary, who was a nurse by then, said that it had a powerful emotional appeal when dealing with people who were dying. Today, it's barely used by the wider deaf community, and Mary's determined to keep it alive. Um, so I think that's given the history behind it as well and what it was used for. Um, I certainly think that's a great thing for those that are in the in the LGBT community that are deaf or hard of hearing, that know British Sign Language, and I think that'd be a great thing for them to learn because they can talk discreetly, if particularly for those that perhaps aren't out as well. Um, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that actually. Like back in the day when it was illegal and things, that would be a way
Mm,
for you to communicate without being noticed, probably. I didn't even think about that. So that's quite interesting to learn. I think I am going to have to look on YouTube and see how camp this sign language is, because I think I might enjoy that. And then I'm going to do a petition and replace, when you put telly on at like 2 in the morning and there's the sign language person at the bottom corner
mm.
of every show, we'll do a petition to make it all gay sign language. Everything, even like Antiques Roadshow, we'll do it all.
Songs of praise.
Oh my God, yes. I might, with a big might, watch it then, just for that.
You'd have to learn it though, wouldn't you?
True. To be fair, they should learn that in schools. They should teach it.
Yes. Yeah, because I think that's something that's quite important. For people to learn. It's quite a handy thing to have as well. It's quite a handy skill to have. Fancy a chat, Josh?
If I have to.
Thanks very much.
I
Well,
don't
this is
really
the
have a
part of the
choice.
this is the part of the episode where we just start nattering and chat away, isn't it? But but yeah.
What are you
So
going to make me talk about this time?
what am I going to make you talk about this time? Well, see, I've been thinking about this, and I've been thinking about all sorts of things that we can talk about, and the most random thing came to me the other day whilst I was on a dog walk
Is it
with
bodily
Molly.
functions?
Um, no,
You
yes and no.
hesitated. You hesitated. I think
Yes.
you've got some sort of fetish going on with bodily functions.
Oh, stop kink shaming.
Listen, I was just saying what you had.
But but no, I just had this random thought and around what we could talk about, and it sort of popped in my mind on this dog walk, and it's it's very random, but it smells, but
Okay.
not just particular smells, right? Pleasant smells, things that smell really nice that remind you or trigger really happy memories of things that have happened in the past. Um, the reason why I say that is because I was walking Molly the other day, and it was a nice chilled day. Wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, and I was walking through the woods near mine, and there's a woodland trust which is built up of volunteers that go around and maintain the woodland, and they were cutting back all the overhanging brambles.
Trimming their bushes.
Yeah, they were trimming their bushes, which is, yes, good to have maintenance. Um, and the smell of just the freshly cut bushes, and there's obviously grass there as well, so there was the smell of freshly cut grass. And for a moment, I was taken back to being in my grandparents' garden in their old house before they moved into their bungalow, and it was I just seemed to be taken back in time to a Saturday afternoon at my grandparents' house on a nice summer's day after they'd cut the grass, and they had a quite a big garden, um, and there was a swing and everything in it, and some trees, and they had a rabbit in a hutch as well. Um, and we'd often sit out there. We'd have like little picnics and snacks and lunch and stuff like that, and it was just happy memories. It was just great memories, and it kind of got me thinking about how these kinds of smells just trigger these happy memories. I mean, have you ever had that? Have you ever had where literally smelt something and it's literally taking you back to a happy memory or a memory?
The first thing popping into my head would be, when you get a new game, like a new video
Yeah,
game, and
yeah,
you unwrap it and you open it. There's a smell.
mm,
It's
yes.
like a, it's like a, I don't know. It's like a new tech smell. Whenever I smell that, I do kind of get a bit of nostalgia, like when I used to
Mm,
open all the games consoles back in the day and get my first Game Boy. They always smell the same. It's like
yeah.
a really clean, plasticky smell. Probably bad for your chemicals.
But it's like new car smells, isn't it? You know, they kind of take you back every time you get a new car, and you get that lovely new car smell, and you think, oh, this is nice,
I don't
and you
think
kind of
that's
want
as
it.
nice as new technology, though. New
No,
technology just has a certain smell. That and
if it can't.
petrol.
Yeah, but
Uh,
new cars are new technology, aren't they? Because
y- yeah,
cars
it's
have
not.
advanced so much.
No, but I mean like unwrapping something.
Yeah.
Like, you can't unwrap a car.
Mm.
Well, you could, but it'd take you a while.
That take quite a lot of rolls of paper to wrap up. Could you imagine getting getting a new car delivered and it's all wrapped up? Oh, I wonder what I've got.
Well, how did they get it there? See, I'm thinking too much about it. But yeah, it's like when I recently got the Switch. Well, not recently now, a few months ago. Unwrapping all those different things, they all have this same smell. That's something
Hmm.
that I like. 'Cause that does bring me back to like when I used to get my game consoles as a kid growing up,
Yeah,
or
but it's
getting your first phone. Because they always have the same smell. Even like I remember like my phone back in the day before around landline times, and they smelt the same as well.
but it's like it's not just like freshly cut grass that took me back, but there's also another smell that's kind of takes me back to a particular memory, and it's fresh paint. You know, when someone's just painted a door, they've done some DIY in the house, they've painted the ceiling, painted the wall, or painted the door, or whatever, and you've got that really.
It smells clean.
I'm trying to think of the right word. It's like toxic's not really the right word, but the fumes of the paint. It's a very particular smell, and it it always takes me back to a particular memory where when I was younger, my mum painted the front door whilst my dad was out at work, and I remember her having the door open. The smell was coming through the house. I was sat in the living room watching a Doctor Who video, and it was a
Obviously.
story. And it was, well, obviously, and it was a story called Revenge of the Cybermen, and it always takes me back to that. And every time I watch that story, I can almost smell fresh paint again. It's really weird how the memory or the mind works in that. And
Yeah, why do I feel like your mum would be the one who paints the door, then she shuts the door, and then it dries and sticks the door shut until your dad gets back and he can't get in? I was expecting you to say that happened.
oh, you know what? I'm going to digress a little bit and tell you a little funny story. Um, how and again, it sort of goes back to memory. But when me and my sister were younger, my mum had popped just round to the neighbours, and she'd left the door on the latch. Um, and she'd gone out. My dad had fallen asleep. My dad had fallen asleep. He had a bit of a long day, and me and my sister were little sods. So what did we do when my mum went out? We put the latch on, so we locked the door. And so she's trying to get in. My dad's in a deep sleep. She can't wake him up.
I bet he's the one who got shouted at when she got in, not you.
So of course, there's my mum stuck outside. She can't get in. She had to go down to one of the other neighbours because there was the kitchen window was open, the sort of top window of the kitchen window. So it was only a small one, and my mum wouldn't have been able to fit through it, and it was a bit undignified for her to get through it anyway. And I think it was the kitchen window. It might have been the toilet window actually. But so she's got this neighbour to come in, and of course I remember my mum telling me about how he was reluctant. He wanted to help get her in, but he was reluctant to do it because he said, "What if he wakes up and finds me just in the house. I'm
Halfway
trying to
through the
open the
toilet window.
door or halfway through the window. But again, it's bizarre, isn't it? How we can sort of be talking about things and certain things can trigger memories. And the reason why I bring up smells is because there are certain smells that you can smell out there that do sort of bring back memories, and a lot of them I find are quite happy memories. And I think that's why I kind of wanted to talk about it in this episode, because it's something that's random, and I'm sure there's people out there that will listen to this and they'll think that, you know, actually, yeah, you say those things, and those things happen to us. We smell particular smells and trigger happy memories, and I just thought it'd be something nice and little jolly to talk about. Have you
So
got
the
any other smells that?
so the moral of your story is you love the smell of a freshly trimmed bush and paint fumes. That's what we've taken from this conversation. And what they've taken from mine is I like to just smell phones and controllers and
Plastic.
machines. Yeah, I just like to sniff plastic. You sniff paint, I sniff plastic.
You bloody weirdo.
I like anything that smells clean. Bleach, I love bleach. I have said before, if they did a bleach scented candle, I would buy it. I
What?
honestly, I love the smell of bleach.
You're weird.
Anything like really strong cleaning smells, I love it. So I think that's why I like paint as well, because it smells clean.
But you mentioned petrol earlier,
Yeah,
and
I think everybody likes petrol, even though I
that
drive an
that's
EV.
it has got a very particular smell, and I have to say it is a smell that I quite like. It's weird.
Well, I was going to say a petrol candle, but that probably wouldn't go very well. I'll stick with the bleach candle.
I could just imagine you. I could just imagine you getting your petrol candle and saying, "Nice, do you want to light it for me?" No, I don't.
Turns into petrol bomb.
Yeah, we don't like them.
Ew.
It's now time for your favourite part of the show. It's time for Josh to be a moany old bitch. It's the complaints closet. Hi, Josh.
Hello,
You're looking
dickhead.
you're looking at me with such an evil look.
Yeah, 'cause you keep calling. I don't care that you call me a bitch. It's or moany. You keep calling me old. How dare you?
You are over 30.
Yeah, and you're over 40. So
Fuck
there you
off.
go.
Never disclose a lady's age, thanks.
Lady. Lol.
Right, so it's the complaints closet. It is people's favourite part of the show because people often comment about it, and I think it's going to need to. I think we're going to need to hear what your complaint is this week, Josh. I'm going to let you go first because you often interrupt mine and steal mine and take them over.
Even if I go first, though, I could still do that. Just saying.
Bugger.
But yeah, I have been scrolling through my list. And I'm still looking at it now because every time I pick one I'm going to do, I end up adding another 5 when I go out once. So this one I'm going to go with. So I'm trying to decide now. I can't pick. There's 3 that I want to pick from, and I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go with the NHS donations, like the blood donation people, because I've recently moaned about this on Blue Sky because they're harassing me. Seriously, I did donate blood since I was allowed to, and I've done it regularly for a long time. And recently, I've been told that currently I can't. By the doctors. So I was like, okay, I can't. So I cancelled my appointment. I told them I can't donate at the moment. I will book an appointment when I can. Apparently, that's not good enough. In the last 6 months, I've had about 25 emails. I've had about 20 texts. They call me an obscene amount of times. Like one day they called me 13 times in the space of 2 hours. constantly, even though I said to them, I can't donate. And then they go, oh, if you can't donate blood, can you donate like bone marrow or something? I don't know. And I was like, no. And they went,
Semen.
and then they went, do you want to donate plasma? I went, well, no, I can't. No. And then they're like, do you want to donate organs? And I was like, fuck's sake, what else do you want off me? They're going to want my skin. They're literally trying to harvest me, even though I keep saying to them, no. And I don't donate organs anyway, because that's not something I want to do. But they're just they're just
Oh,
harassing me. And then they were like, do you want to be on the kidney donor list? I was like, I've gone from donating blood, and I've told you I can't right now for medical reasons, and you've jumped from donating blood to giving you one of my organs. And
you know
then
what? You know what
it's
I'd have
just
said if they said to, if they said to me, "Do you want to donate plasma?" I said, "Got an old plasma TV you can have."
they're just honest. That was a terrible joke, by the way. They're they are just harassing me all the time. I'm getting letters saying, "Don't forget to book your appointment. We're running low on blood." And I'm like, mine's the most common type of blood. You're not struggling for my blood. And they just won't leave me alone. I've even had to put the number on my block list on my phone because they just keep calling me. Even when I say to them, can you stop calling me? I can't donate at the minute. Oh, when do you think you can? I don't know. Why are you asking me? I will book an appointment when I can. I don't understand why they keep pestering me all the time. It's driving me mad. And it's not just the pestering for blood. Now they're asking for like bone marrow and cells and live like kidneys and God knows what else they want off me. And I'm just like, I'm done. You're on my block list now. I can't be it. But like I said the other day, they were ringing me like I'd reject the call because I know what they're
Yeah.
going to ask me, and then they'd call me back straight away, and I'd reject that, and then they'd call me straight away again, and they just keep even though I'm putting it down, they keep calling me back. And some of these were like 8 in the evening, which is obscene, and I've had enough of them. So now they're putting me off even wanting to go, to be honest, because they won't leave me alone. So that's my moan about NHS blood donation or whoever they are, pestering people, trying to harvest them like the Borg. So now
I've actually
you can't have none of it now.
this. It's funny. It's funny you sort of bring that up as your moan. I'm just going to share a brief story about how there's something similar. Do
Who's
you
hijacking
remember?
mine now?
Thought you'd finish, hadn't you?
Yeah, you're
But
jumping on the bandwagon of mine. Hijack.
but no, there was. Do you remember the old PPI
Oh
thing
God.
when you used to get PPI calls left, right, and centre? And was it? Yeah, or was it?
And now you got that car one and all.
Yeah, you got that car one, and then you've got the people that call about accidents. Oh, you've been involved in an accident, X, Y, Z. This happened all this time ago, etc. There was I was driving home one day, and a call came through on my hands free, and it was basically someone calling from one of these agencies saying, um, uh, basically about an accident or something that I'd had, or a loan or something I'd had, or whatever that I hadn't. And for some reason, my name was on that list, and I basically said to the lady on the phone politely, "Look, I keep getting these calls. I don't want them. I'm not interested. Please, can you feedback that I want my name taken off whatever list it is that's getting passed around all these companies, so that I don't have to have these calls anymore?" And she kept trying to keep me on the phone, kept trying to keep me on the phone, keep me talking. And I know what their tactics are. They try to keep you talking to hopefully win you round and get a bonus or whatever. But she kept on and on. I said, "Look, I'm going to stop you. I don't want to carry on the call. Please just feedback. I want my number taken off the list. I don't want my number on the list." And she kept on. I said, "Look, I'm going to hang up. Please just take my number off the list. I'd rather just leave it amicably and not be rude or anything." So she kept on. So I just hung up. 30 seconds later, she called me back to have a go at me for hanging up on her.
I have had people call me and say I was in a bad accident, and I just said to them, God, it must have been a bad one because I can't remember. In fact, when I was walking with you the other day, I had a phone call about that car claim thing, and they were like, "Oh,
That's right.
you had a car on finance in 2022." I went, "No, I didn't." You went, "Well, on here it says," and I went, "I don't care what it says on your screen. I didn't have one." He goes, "Well, you could claim some money," and I went, "Well, I can't because I didn't have a car." I says, "Right now, I don't even have a license. I don't drive. So how did I have a car?" And he still kept saying, "Do you want me to put a claim in?" I went, "Well, no, I can't drive. I didn't have a car." So
Yeah, help me commit fraud. Why don't you?
yeah, so scam callers and people that pester me in general are annoying, but I would like to note in the record that you just hijacked my complaints closet by about 20 minutes long story. So now we're even.
Even that's once compared to your
Don't,
2 or 3 times.
yeah, but when I hijacked yours, it was for about 1 minute. That was a very lengthy hijack that I just experienced. Anyway, what are you complaining about this time, Nigel?
What am I complaining about this time? I'm going to go on to my complaint in a minute, but I'm just going to mention a couple of things that have happened to me today that I've witnessed that I think have been a couple of complaints that we've mentioned before.
Okay.
One of them being, um, I went and had a coffee earlier in town, and they gave me the receipt. And what happened when they handed me the receipt?
Oh, did it have a
Can
bloody
you
coupon on or something?
can you fill out this survey, please?
Do you know what? I'm going to start writing on the receipt saying, no, piss off, and then giving it them back.
So there was that, and there was also, remember we talked about in the complaints closet previously about people that put on these community Facebook groups about, oh my God, I just seen an ambulance. Hope everyone's okay. Right, I'm just going to read this out because this tickled me. So this woman called Jen, I'm not going to read her full name out, on one of the local forum pages, put air ambulance just landed in and the location. Hope everyone is okay with a fingers crossed emoji. No, Jen, they they've got an air ambulance. Of course they're not fucking okay.
And read the comment underneath it.
No, because I now feel bad for saying that. First comment underneath it. No, the person the air ambulance was there for has passed. That escalated very quickly,
They're not okay, Jen.
you know. And I will say here and now, though, not making light of that because someone has died, and that is quite a sad thing. That is quite a tragic thing. Um, but
I did laugh at that
come on,
comment though, because it was posted within about 30 seconds of her asking.
but this is the thing, isn't it? Come on, if an air ambulance is there for someone, you know they're not okay because they wouldn't need it otherwise.
Yeah, they do the same
It's
thing for like
it's just
disasters and stuff.
it's oh yeah, it's like earthquake, loads of buildings fallen down, lots of people missing. Oh, hope everyone's okay. No, they're
Do you know what
not.
it is? It's because they're nosy bastards. That's what it is.
Mm,
They want people to give them information because they have nothing else to do that day.
mm. But
Yeah,
anyway, going on to my complaint now,
we will get there
because
eventually.
we've been digressing a bit on this one.
We we
Just yes,
we.
yes, yes.
I don't
Anyway,
think so.
shh. Anyway, right.
Shush me, bitch.
So my complaint this week is AI videos.
Oh God.
AI videos on social media that are just they're clearly designed for engagement as if they're real. And you see all these AI videos are like natural disasters or disasters where a building collapses or something. And you know, and people are commenting underneath going, "Oh my God, I can't believe that just happened." Yet you look at the video and the people that are walking on the top of this building or on this bridge or whatever, they're not even reacting to the fact that it's collapsing. They're literally walking naturally, and they're still walking when part of the
As
bridge is falling down. You
uh,
know, or AI videos of not just disasters, but of like creatures, animals, things that they say just found this washed up on the beach, and it's like some kind of cross between a jellyfish and a centipede. I saw that one
It,
the other day.
my grandma does that. She sends me videos like, "Oh my God, look how cute this animal is." I'm like, "That's not real." What do you mean it's not real? It's clearly not real. If you look closely, it's got extra legs and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm now starting to see them not just on people posting them randomly, sort of random people's profiles, but also on like official profiles, like Unilad, Lad Bible, and stuff like that on social media. It's like you're posting this, and why?
Well, the
I
far
mean,
right does a lot of this, don't they?
but a lot of people, they see these videos and they know it's AI, and they point it out, and you get unfortunately you still get quite a few people that look at these videos, they watch these videos or even pictures, and they think they're real, and they comment as if it's real, and then people reply to their comments saying it's AI, and they're like, no, it's not. Yes, it is.
Well, this
Where
happened
does
to
it
me,
say
didn't
that?
it?
It's
Did I
like,
show you when it
what?
happened to me
No.
on Facebook? Someone posted a video of apparently lefties being interviewed, and it was like generic. You know how the right wing always say like the left people have like coloured hair, short haircuts, piercings, all that crap. It was everybody that was interviewed was like a carbon copy of all the stereotypes that the right wing say we are. And they was asking him about immigrants and them coming here on the boats and all that stuff. And this woman that was not real, you could tell, she was like, "Yeah, we should have open borders. We should just let them all in, and I'll just take them to a yoga class, and by the end they'll be integrated." First of all, that makes no fucking sense. And you could see it was AI. It made no sense. And this old person shared it into this group, and he was like, "This is disgraceful. This is the problem with the left wing." And I commented saying, "This isn't real. It's AI." And he responded with, "What do you mean?" I said, "It's not real." "What do you mean it's not real?" I went, "I don't know how else I can tell you that it ain't real." And everybody stood the same position. Everybody moved the same way when it switched between interviews. And they can't tell that things aren't real. And this is the problem with Facebook. All the old, everybody's aunties and uncles and parents are all getting swept in with this fake AI videos, and they can't tell the difference of what's real and what isn't.
It's when you tell someone it's AI and they say, "Who's Al?"
Honestly, my grandma sends me, she's like, "Look at this beautiful waterfall." And I'm like, "That isn't real. You can see it's not real." Or she'll send me a disaster thing that's happened. It's like they the right wing do all those videos about someone being attacked, and then it's just like an AI generation made from a film,
Hmm.
and they're not real. You can tell it's not real, and they're just, it's just driving me insane.
Yeah, it's like I've seen ones of like fairground rides that have broken. It's like there was that one. I can't remember what it was. It was in another country somewhere with that ride that broke and snapped in half and crashed
Oh
onto the
yeah,
side. When I first saw that, because you sent me that, when I first saw that, I thought it's AI. But then as I watched it, and then I realised actually no, it's in the news. That's not AI.
but it's good that you question it
But
though. A lot of people don't question things that they see;
hmm,
they just presume it's real.
but but it's like other ones I've seen of like fairground rides where they've sort of collapsed and stuff like, or this. There was this one that was it was like a long thing that went up.
Okay,
Don't look at me like that.
what
And
have you been watching?
but
Is it called
no,
Owl?
yeah, it was Al. But no, it was like this thing that goes up, and it's those swings on chains, and then they
Hmm.
spin round. It was one of those, but it went up, up, and then the swings just dropped from the thing, and then
Is
they
that
spin round,
totally
and
affects
then
health and safety?
and then they'd go back, and then they'd get pulled back in after they've been swinging around. There was that one that did the rounds a lot, and lots of people saying, "Oh my God, I'd love to go on that. Where is that?" And this, that, and the other. And it's like, it's make believe.
I did
It's
see
AI.
I did see an alien one this morning actually. There was someone shared a video. There's a volcano erupting somewhere on the globe right now, and there's like this big orb or something, like a big ball. It looks like a metal ball in the sky, and it's floating above this volcano. Clearly, it's not real, and people are commenting saying it's aliens. They've come to refuel and harvest from the volcano, and there was like hundreds of people saying it, and there's no hope. There's no hope for humans because AI is only going to get more realistic, and if they're falling for these ones now, we're buggered.
I think the only AI videos that I find amusing are the ones with the person that's interviewing the old person, and then they're just coming out with some really surreal, wacky comments.
Some of those are hilarious.
They are
Ash,
quite funny.
Ash always sends us the old lady ones, and the things they say, oh, they make your jaw drop.
Things that you would not expect to hear coming from a lady's mouth, you know. Um, but yeah, that's my moan this week. AI videos that are clearly posted to try and they're basically engagement farming, just to try and boost their likes and stuff like that. By pretending
It's
there's some kind of disaster.
It's always the same kind of people that fall for it, though. It's like middle-aged white people called
Mm.
Shirley and Ron on Facebook.
I actually know someone called Ron that does believe these things.
There you go. What about Shirley?
I do know a Shirley. Don't think she believes these things.
Check in on her.
And that is all we've got time for on this week's episode. We hope that you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed it. Have you, Joshua?
I have indeed. I've had a lovely moan.
See, I told you you'd get involved in this closing of the episode.
But I'm still younger than you, so you're the old moany bitch. Thank you very much.
Oh, sassy.
It's on the record
now. Anyway, we hope that you've enjoyed the show. I have. Josh has confirmed that he's enjoyed it. Until next time, stay safe and be happy.